Greetings from Cybertron. This is SoundJack here with a review of the Transformers BotBots Series 3 Spoiled Rottens. Now, I said I was back last time I was going to finish up Series 3, but this time I mean it. And then once I finally get the last couple of Series 4 BotBots I need, I will continue reviewing Series 4. Series 5, I don't even know when I'm going to finish that. But anyway, let's get into the review, and to start off, let's take a look at some size comparisons. Here they are with a couple Battle Masters and Micromasters, a tiny Turbo Changer, a current Deluxe Class and Voyager scaled figure, and a not so current Legends scaled figure. So we're going to do it as I normally do, left to right, alphabetical order, yada yada yada. We're starting off with Croaks, the Buzzkill plant, whose poisonous personality prevents them from allowing anyone else to have fun. He does not like it. If you're taking a swim, he's going to flush the toilet on you. That's how poisonous his personality is. So my assumption for him, I believe he's supposed to be like a potato plant to justify why the Series 1 plant, Venus flytrap plant mold, is being reused as in the Spoiled Rottens, because I don't know if you could consider a Venus flytrap as spoiled food. I don't know. But yeah, so taking a look, we got the pot. The pot is down here, as was before. Nice brown coloring. Same brown coloring for the dirt, but dirt's brown, so I can let them get away with that. Got a nice yellow color going on throughout the main part of the plant. A little bit of brown on this bit that feels like a mechanical piece coming off of it for some reason. Nice blue eye right there on the other side, and a little bit of red just on the flex that was like a fungus kind of a thing on the original version of this mold on Venus Frogtrap. So a little bit of red, probably a little more showing it's spoiled. And then on the inside of the mouth, we've got it all solid brown with the bits of white on the teeth. And that's it for the plant mode. So going on to the robot mode, we're gonna flip these down. Flip this down. Pull these out to the side. And unlike on my Venus Frogtrap copy, I can actually get all four of the legs out, which is good. And then you just reposition the plant a bit, and then there's Croaks, the poison potato frog, in his plant mode. Not a whole lot changed, unfortunately. We just get like little legs coming out to allow him to walk in plant mode. So it is what it is. Not much else to discuss. So articulation wise, these the back legs can just go in and out. The front legs can go, in and down, just back in and up for transformation for the back legs. Front legs just move up and down. You can rotate the base of the plant a little bit. You're not really supposed to, I don't think. You got a little wiggle waggle. But the most rotation you get is at the base of the head. It is a ball joint, so it does go up and down and does the 360. And as you can see, we got mouth articulation can go very, very far. Very, very far. And that's all there is for Croaks. Up next is Desserto, who is the sweet moldy cannoli. Her personality is basically that even though she's old and moldy, she still has a very positive outlook on life and things. No matter how bad you are, it doesn't mean you have to be bad. That's just the Wreck-It Ralph one philosophy right there. Of just because you're a bad guy doesn't mean you are bad. It's just because you're bad as in spoiled doesn't mean you are actually a bad person. Good for you. Good for you, Desserto. Maybe you need a different name though. But beyond that, it is the cannoli mold, so it is the Plot Father mold body type. It's the Plot Father mold, but with just mold on it. Ha ha. But no, really, it's these are the same colors. This is the same color. Honestly, it's all the same. Like, I understand because it's cannoli, and cannolis don't really have different colors, I guess. But I would have liked something else other than just like this blue mold. I mean, it's nice how it fades onto it, but yeah, that's just about it. And same problems with the Disgusto Desserto mold. We got the legs sticking out there and the whole face just out underneath, and no mustache because she is not the plop father. Transformation wise, straightforward. We pull that down, flip the feet out, pull the arms out and down, pull the arm out, come on, pull arm out and down, and that is a Disgusto Desserto in her robot mode. And yeah, not much else to say. A little bit of brown there, shocked face on her, nice blue eyes, a little bit of a triangle mouth going on there with some teeth showing out. Not much else to say. No paint really on the hidden limb parts, except a little bit on this arm, but I'm not sure if that's just like the paint that like overflowed and just got caught in that, if that's like an intentional paint job. I'm not sure. But you know what? At least, whoops, sorry, Disgusto Desserto. But at least there's a little bit of something on there. And then articulation-wise, 360-degree rotation at the arms, and an actual waist rotation, though considering how close her head, how large her head is compared to like her torso, I guess. Maybe that's the head rotation. I don't know. But yeah, that is Disgusto Desserto in her robot mode. And up next we have Mold Witch, the supremely arrogant moldy sandwich who doesn't just think he's moldy, but knows he is, and has very high standards for if you are truly gross and out of date or just a little, iffy, like, maybe you can still have this. No, he's the one that decides. He's the decider. He's the chooser. Are you truly out of date? Or are you just kind of out of date? I don't know. I guess that's what's going on there. It sounds like he might be the team leader then, or either that or he's just the bouncer. I don't know. But anyway, this is a color lift redeco of the Angry Cheese mold from Series 1 that has been used again in Series 2. This version is got some green crust going on and like icky blue drippy cheese going on there, evil. Though it still seemed, with the whiter part being more browner color, though, it does. I don't know. That kind of makes me think of like toast. If like you weren't looking at the green, I'd be like, oh, that's a nice piece of toast. But no, that's gross. This is a gross. Everything is covered up pretty well in this mold and on this body type, as you should be aware if you've seen the other series reviews. And transformation wise, we're going to flip this out, flip that panel out. We're going to pull down the legs, straighten out the arms a little bit, straighten the leg a little bit, and then fold that down. And then we got Mold Witch in his robot mode. And yeah, a lot more green going on. We got a little bit of brown coming out on the chest plate, and then nice white eyes with a scrap eating grin. I almost said another word. But yeah, you just kind of got like this bread buddy with the bread head, and then just the wings, these angled wings going out to the side. And articulation wise, not too much. It's just the arms. These arms are on ball joints, so they can go forward and back and up and down, but that's all the articulation that Mold Witch really has. But that is Mold Witch in his robot mode. Up next we have Sardank, the antisocial can of sardines, who, I mean, doesn't have any who doesn't have any friends, but that's just the way he likes it. He's too much. He's too antisocial for any friends. So he'd probably be doing well right about now. Anyway, So Sardank is a redeco of the Big Can Tuna redeco color lift of Big Can Tuna from Series 2. It's again can of tuna, kind of partly eaten tuna. Nice blue coloration for the can and a nice gold lid, which makes them look a bit brighter. And then we got the same blue for the fish head, and then a little pink for the fins and legs in there, and some white on the teeth. A very, very brightly colored fish, though granted it's also moldy, so maybe that's just the mold making it that color. But anyway, for transformation, we are going to move these pieces back and around. Come down here, move that, turn that around. Got to move the arms to the side like so. Rotate them down, and that way. Then flip the head down. And there is Sardank in his robot mode. Yep. Sentient can of sardines. Can't get enough of it. I cannot. I know I can't. So yeah, again, not too much to note. We got some arms, some manner of arms in there, and it looks like he is a 3mm compatible hole right there. So if you got any of those, or 2.5 millimeters, I think is actually what the BotBots have. So if you got BotBots with weapons, Sardank seems like they can hold them. And then articulation-wise, there's rotation here at the shoulder, and then you got elbow, ball joint. I would call that an elbow, I guess. The head can look up and down and all the way around because it's on a ball joint. And then the legs just in and out. They can rotate the full 360. They can even kind of come forward a little bit if you want to get Sardank a sitting pose. Now don't you fall over there, Moldwitch. There we go. Sardank is taking a nice little seat. Nice little seat. There we go. Anyway, that's all to say on Sardank in his robot fish mode. And lastly, for Series 3 Spoiled Rottens is Slimey Slurps, the gross slime ball slush. His personality is pretty straightforward. Loves making messes. Hates cleaning up. Always complains when people try to be like, hey, clean this up, and then promises he'll do it next time, but crosses his straw as the website claims, and hopes he doesn't actually have to. He is the same mold as the Atomic Freeze from the previous Series 2. It's a red cup this time. We got the same radioactive symbol on there, nice yellow and black paint there, a little bit of yellow on top. I guess that's tape for the container since it's broken. Nice bit of blue going around the side there, as well as on the straw, and then everything else is just red. The container is red, the gross slushy is red, all of it. So red, so radioactive. This would probably fit in well in Fallout, to be honest. But then transformation-wise, we are going to flip up the head. We're going to pull these arms, not off. So it might be easier to pull the legs down and then pull the arms out, not off. Yep, because and they just fold out like so. And there is Slimey Slurps in robot mode. He's slimy. It's hard to keep hold of him. And you got the very disgusted looking grumpy face. Nice little bit of yellow around the face, nice yellow eyes, and I love that sneering mouth thing. No real paint on the legs to speak of, just molded red. These are BotBot weapon compatible hands, and articulation-wise, it's just the ball joints at the arms. But as you can tell, will probably more likely pop off before you really got any posing out of them. Like you saw that I was able to, but like still, they're probably gonna pop off. And that's about it for Slimey Slurps. So now let's take a look at some size comparisons. Here they are next to a couple Battle Masters and Micro Masters. a current Deluxe class and Voyagers class scaled figure, a not-so-current Legends class scaled figure, and of course the channel's mascot, SoundJack. So overall, I think this is a nice little team, and they're all repaints this wave, but I think that's fine. There were a lot of BotBots in Series 3. There's 72, that was the biggest one, so I'm like, I can understand there not being a whole lot of new molds to go for all of the teams, but I appreciate this half. These two, this one, I think it's just I can't see it as a potato. And Disgusto's Desserto, again, it's just a little bit more blue and missing a mustache from the plot father. So that's about it. But you look good. You look good. You look good. I still think this is a fun little group of teams of BotBots, I should say, to collect, and just to help fill out your BotBot shelves if you got them. But that's all I have to say on the Series 3 Spoiled Rottens, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at SoundJack426. And with all of that said, thanks for tuning in. This is SoundJack signing off.